Okay, Missy, you ready?
Happy Black History Month.
Hi.
Thank you for spoiling her real name. It's okay. Just just don't say her social security number is cat 221.
Okay. Do you have
No
the
one say
movie?
that. No, I think we returned it.
No, we didn't.
Anyway, welcome to Black History Month, and I realize that um maybe it didn't seem in the best of light that Black History Month was 4 weekends and was 4 Fridays, and I only review 3 movies a year for Black History Month. So this year we're mixing it up and doing 4 Black History Month movies. And when you've got to say Black History Month, time to put that Tyler Perry name to use with our this. And what's weird is that out of over 120 movie reviews, this is only the second Tyler Perry movie we've ever reviewed. The other one
Cool.
being Boo! A Medea Halloween in 2017, I think. It was the one where, yeah, 2017. So, we're reviewing Acrimony. It was between this and, I don't know that other movie. There was a movie with there was that Tyler Perry movie with Tiffany Haddish, which I think was also 2 hours. But Tiffany Haddish, she's hit and miss with me personally. No offense. I can't remember the name of that movie, so we decided to review Acrimony. And I only knew of 2 things about this movie. The first is that Double Toasted said that it reaches that moment where Tyler Perry it goes from serious to blah blah blah, where he goes from Jerry Lewis to Nutty Professor.
Okay.
You never saw the Nutty Professor?
Oh, yes, I have.
He went from Buddy Love to Nutty Professor.
Okay.
I should have said that. And the other thing that I knew about this movie, which kind of pushed it over the edge to make me want to see it, is that Cinema Snob mentioned that a subplot is the guy trying to sell and make a battery.
Build it and sell
Yeah.
the concept.
So, a combination of a Tyler Perry drama, which can sometimes be funnier than his comedies, and the premise about a battery. I just had to see this movie. Okay, so the movie has Taraji P. Henson and dude. We're gonna be honest with you, folks. We saw this
It's right
movie.
over there. Go get it.
We saw this movie about a week ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we saw it a week ago, and we were supposed to review it that night, but
Kind of got busy.
yeah, stuff happened, and it's now been almost a week since we've seen it. So we're not gonna exactly remember minor details like characters' names. Pretty much you can go by their type in that it's
3 sisters and 3 brother-in-laws.
and 2 brothers, right?
Oh, and a mom.
Oh yeah, 2 brother-in-laws and the mother. Um, and would you
The
say?
house.
Oh, the other woman.
Oh, yeah.
And would you also say the therapist?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the judge. I guess.
Because it starts out, it
It
gives you
starts off.
present, and then you got to go backwards and
Yeah, and,
start
and this
over.
isn't the first Tyler Perry movie to do so. I believe Temptation also did the same thing, where Journey Smollett Bell, I think that's her name. In that movie, she said, "I want to tell you a story," and so wow, It's- I was exhausted after the end of the movie. Okay, uh, it basically starts with this guy pretty much I thought it was going to turn out that he was like the devil, that he was like the patron saint of bad luck or something, because that's kind of what it seemed like. Like, whenever he was around, bad stuff happened.
Or she was giving him more money.
Before that,
Oh,
I'm talking about in
in
college. In college, and then her mother passes, and he just shows up. And she reveals that she has, I don't remember the term, and I might offend some people. Anger issues? Can I just say that?
Well, she shows it. She lets him know.
Yeah, there's a scene where he cheats on her. This is all within like the first 15 minutes, so we're not spoiling anything, folks. And we sure as heck aren't going to spoil the ending, because
You gotta watch it.
yeah, you have to watch this movie. We're going to talk from the beginning up until the point where he apologizes financially.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to that later.
So we're not gonna do court.
No, we're not going to do court, and thank you for spoiling it.
Well, it starts in court.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not going to cut that out. I don't trim. I should. So, anyway, he cheats on her. He says, I'm sorry. She forgives him after she almost destroys his trailer.
Well, she does.
Yeah.
She knocks
She
it.
flips it sideways.
She rams it with her car.
And then he takes her virginity shortly after her mother's passing.
Right.
And the mother, how much money did she leave him? Did she leave her with like $350,000 or something?
Something like that.
So then, spoiler alert, he drains it he drains a lot of it, between a car, between a house, between years of, I'm not sure how to.
No, they lived in her mother's house that she left her.
I thought they got a new house.
No.
Okay. 2 semesters of college for like 400,000
Oh, wow,
or
yeah.
$200,000 is like, is Bill Gates and Elon Musk teaching at this school? Like, how did it cost this much?
Yeah.
Does he have the meal planned? Like, what?
It wasn't paying for a dorm room. He was
No.
living with her.
And all of this is like him trying to make and sell this battery, which I can't even remember it, but it's like this lightweight battery, I guess, or like this long-lasting battery.
Yeah.
Not Energizer, just pretty much like that. Or not lithium, you want to say?
But it was a huge
Come on,
battery.
batteries, sponsor us. What? I can say that.
Whatever. It
And
was a huge battery that was going to run.
yeah, it looks like a car battery.
Run something for a very, very long time.
And I was thinking, like, man, that's a big battery. And you probably said, well, that's probably just a larger model of what it is.
Prototype, yeah. And
Kind of reminded me of Spymate, kind of.
And there was this company that always took or bought ideas from people.
Just basically think of it as like
Experimental.
basically
investment.
think of it as the company, think of it as like Shark Tank, basically. Shark Tank without the judges, pretty much. Just one judge, pretty much, right?
Well, no, he had a panel that he had to present to.
But yeah, he was spending all of his time with this battery, so much so that he wasn't even working. And then we find out that he used to be a felon.
Yeah. So it was hard for him to get a job, which he did not disclose that. So she was working, what, 2 jobs?
Yeah, she was a janitor, and I think she was working in an office.
Yes, during the day.
And she was doing all of this because her sister said, don't marry this man. This man is bad news. But she was blinded by love. I'm sure that's a song. And and was just like, I don't care if you guys don't show up at my wedding. I love this man.
And they didn't.
And she did, I guess, still love him, technically. But then, after like, how long did it say? Like 10 years? 10 years felt like 10 months or something? It got to this. Finally, the two brother-in-laws were like, look, we work at this food truck. We work at this food
They own
delivery.
it.
No, I thought it was they work at it.
No, they own, well, they own the trucks.
Yeah, but they work for this food delivery company.
Yeah.
Basically, like what, Peapod or something, or HelloFresh, or Fresh Direct, or whatever.
Well, they delivered seafood or whatever to, well, delivered multiple things
Meals
to,
on Wheels, pretty much.
no, to restaurants, and
I thought they were doing like banquets and stuff.
they had to deliver this seafood at the exact time that the chef needed it for the restaurant.
Okay, so they do food transportation, I guess. Yeah,
A
food
lot
truck.
of different
Yeah,
things, yeah.
and you kind you within like 10 minutes you hate this dude. You hate
From
the
the
husband.
beginning, you don't like them.
Well, I don't think I hated him when he bumped into her.
No, but I mean, as before they got married, when she bought him the
Like I
car
said,
and
within
everything.
like I said, within 10 minutes.
Okay.
Not immediately. You said immediately. And so you're very easily rooting for Taraji P. Henson to like just
Not marry him.
set
Get rid of him.
set this dude on fire and and accept your losses, pretty much.
Just dump him. Get rid of him.
And then he does a very but going back to the food truck thing, he does something really terrible in that he pretty much he causes them to lose one of their biggest buyers,
Clients, customers.
biggest clients. Um and he does it for a potential thing to for a battery to $800,000,
An interview.
and he turns it down. And both of us were thinking, you. Ooh.
He didn't want to turn over all of his notes and work. He wanted a partnership instead of just giving them all of his information. But
And he
it would have
also
saved
thought,
the house.
yeah,
It would have saved their business. Everything. He was thinking himself.
yeah. And then he goes even worse, and we actually had to I had to rewind this because you didn't hear it, but it was like she wasn't saying anything, and then he said, "You could have defended me." And I'm shocked, and I wanted to punch him in the face. You at that point? Then,
Because the brothers had a tracker on his truck.
yeah.
And
Oh,
it was going back
and
to their house.
and the girl that he had seen all those years just coincidentally happened to work for the company,
Yes.
and he wanted
He was given a restraining order to stay away from her and the company.
I don't the company, not her.
Oh, I thought it was her too. Any employee, it said, I thought. Anyway,
Well, they clearly not. And Taraji P. Henson sees the lady's purse and thinks that that he's having an affair.
hmm
And how can I put this delicately? This is kind of like a Batman v Superman situation where it's like, you guys could say something for one sentence and that would solve everything. Right?
pretty much. Yeah.
But I think around that point that was the final straw, so they then get a divorce.
Yeah, she kicks him out.
She says, like, collect your stuff and anything else I'll set on fire. I don't do the best Taraji P. Henson impression.
Yep.
You try to do better.
No, I can't. It's fine.
So anyway, it's after that she starts dating other guys. Um,
Well, she tries, but
and
nobody.
and they go to this restaurant where he just happens to be a busboy, pretty much,
Mhm.
or a dishwasher person.
But yeah,
He works dishes.
short order cook or washing dishes or whatever, because he is a felon and he
Hmm.
needs to try and get a job.
But then, uh, some. But then he gets a call, I think, or something, and they offer to like partner to make his battery, and they give him like what, $200 million or something.
Well, salary and everything else, yeah.
They give him a lot of money, so he, realizing that he was a
Not so nice person.
I was gonna say a deadbeat, but
Yeah, a thorn on a rose bush.
he was a thorn. He was weeds, not a thorn. He was weeds. Um, he decides to give Taraji P Henson $10 million, and he buys back the house because they had to.
Well, she had a second mortgage on the house.
Wasn't it like equity or something? Put the house up as equity for
Yeah,
money.
second mortgage.
Yeah, I don't know about a lot about finance, so uh, she then kind of figures out that the future that he wanted to do with her, he's now doing for this new girl, which is the girl that he had the affair with years ago. And this is where she just goes nuts.
Because
And
he never gave her a diamond ring, a rock
or
on her
three
finger.
color diamond ring. And I think brown was one of the colors, I think. Like for the road ahead or something.
And an apartment in a high rise
And a boat named after her.
Yep.
And she just becomes very jealous. And
yeah.
she goes up to the apartment, and she
Wants to rekindle the
yeah,
relationship
but
because now
he's
she knows what she missed out on.
but since it's after the divorce and they're split up, he's now seeing this other girl. And everything we've said has been serious Tyler Perry, or trying to be serious, like trying to be
A
dramatic,
drama. Yeah.
dramatic and while implausible within realism.
Yeah, pretty much.
But after that, he can't help him.
Well,
He
because
can't help himself, and he just has to go completely off the rails. And the last half hour is just
her showing her
crazy
anger.
and chaos, and we are not spoiling any of it.
Right. She shows her anger, which she showed the one time that he was sleeping with that girl and he said it's just for sex, and she uses her car to tip over
Yeah.
his trailer. Yep.
And
So she thinks of unique ways to show her anger.
it just goes into chaos.
Well, she does yell at her sisters and brother-in-laws and everything.
Can you not spoil things?
What? That's not even the end.
But that's in the last half hour.
No, when he makes it big.
Yeah, that's in the last half hour.
Okay. There's a lot of action packed in the last half hour.
I've never hated Tyler Perry, but I've never found his movies super funny. Like, Medea is, yeah, his greatest character, but I've never found Medea to be like, oh my god, it's Medea. Every time Medea says something, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like, okay. I think I've liked some of his movies in the past. I liked Medea Christmas.
Coaster Kitty's getting bored, so come on, let's wrap it up.
She's movie cat in this series.
Oh,
And you called her Missy, so you might as well just call her that now.
okay.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm probably the only person who liked Medea's Witness Protection. I also liked his first movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Um, but yeah, some of his movies just get completely. Oh, I did like Single Moms Club.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm telling people to see this movie. This movie just it I can't it's one of those movies where the last half hour you have to see it even if you
No, you got to work up. You got to
yeah,
see the
you have
movie
to see the entire movie like
and understand what's
we
exactly
I
going
think
on.
this is one of those I hate spoilers anyway, but this is one of those movies where if we were to spoil it, I would feel terrible because it would make you not want to see the movie.
Or make you want to see it just to see that.
I'd rather that. I'd rather you want to see the movie because you have no idea what we're talking about in the last half hour, but it just does it goes 19 ways to Tuesday, I guess.
Okay, as
It
the
skips
saying goes.
it skips 6 ways to Sunday and it goes 13 more ways to Tuesday.
Okay,
You've never heard of 6 ways to Sunday?
I think I have.
Well, this is 19 ways to Tuesday.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're watch this movie and wow, uh if you get it if at the end of the movie you're like, whew, that was a lot of drama. This is why I don't like to review dramas on this channel. I like to review kids' movies and comedies and animated stuff and action movies because drama just makes me exhausted sometimes.
Okay. Well,
If you're a Tyler Perry fan, if you're not a Tyler Perry fan, if you're a Taraji P. Henson fan, if you're not a Taraji P. Henson fan, if you're a fan of people making batteries, if you're not a fan of people making batteries, watch this movie regardless. You will find something in it for you, probably.
okay. Touche.
Join us next time where we go all the way back to 2004.
Oh, wow.
Bye.
Bye bye.